Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to our coaching today. My name is Marian Esguerra. I'm a Sapphire Manager of Forever Living Products. I started doing this business back in 2014, and until today, I'm doing the business but full time. So, our topic would be the common fear or the common challenge of a new forever business owner. Now, if you just started your business today or experienced this challenge along the way, that's normal. Because the common fear or the common challenge that stops a forever business owner from growing a business is he or she doesn't know how to recruit a person or how to offer a product to a person. Now, in this training today, we will discuss on how to approach your prospects or clients and who is your target audience or target market. Sino ba yung mga tao na gusto mo to work with? Because the great thing about our business is you can select. Pwede ka mamili kung sino yung gusto mong maging katrabaho. Why is this very important? Because most of your business partners will be your business partners for life. And that's a fact. Because when I started itong business noong 2014, yung customers ko before and some of my business partners before when I started are still the same customers and business partners that I work with until today. So the key in success is retention. Meaning, mas matagal mo silang makatrabaho, mas matagal mo silang customers, that's a great thing in your business. Ngayon, general rule, when you look for a client or a business partner is that dapat that certain person has a need or a requirement for himself. Meaning, ito bang tao na to, naghahanap ba siya ng healthy products? Itong tao ba na to may nararamdaman or looking for a good vitamins na pwede siyang maging loyal and pwede niya magamit for life? Sa negosyo naman, is this person recently nawalan ng trabaho because of the pandemic? Is this person the breadwinner for their family? And right now, hindi enough to sustain yung kanilang expenses or yung day-to-day living? Or probably, naghahanap itong tao na ito ng something na magagawa niya as a career from home para makapag-spend siya ng more time with himself or his family. So, maraming reason kung bakit naghahanap yung tao ng negosyo and ng product. Ang importante ay mahanap natin yung mga taong yon. Kasi, if you approach a person na may pangangailangan or may need, most likely they will join you or they will buy your product. So, this is a priority. That's a general rule. Now, in the world today, especially this year, marami nangyari sa taong 2020. And a part of that is yung pandemic na nangyari, the COVID-19. Now, because of that pandemic, it really affected a lot of people, health-wise and career and financial-wise. Ngayon, sa dami ng tao ngayon na nangangailangan, sino-sino ba yung gusto mong makatrabaho? Or sino ba yung gusto mong audience mo or market mo? So let me just go through these three youngest generations. Alright. So right now, there are three generations. Meron tinatawag na Generation X. Ito yung mga pinanganak between 1965 to 1980. So as of this year, they are 40 to 55 years old. Next, Generation Y or the so-called millennials. Pinanganak sila between 1980 to 1994. As of this year, they are 25 to 39 years old. And Generation Z, ito yung mga bata ngayon. Pinanganak sila between 1996 to 2015. They're between 5 to 24 years old. So, we pick these 3 youngest generations right now, which are most likely into the internet era. Okay. Now, to differentiate them, meron tayong iba't ibang parameters, views, values. Kailangan maintindihan mo to pag nag-approach ka ng target market mo. If you want to work with the Generation X, you should master kung paano yung attitude niya. Generation Y and as well as Generation Z. Kasi pag hindi mo alam kung paano i-handle yung certain generation na yon and na-encounter mo yung tao na yon, you're most likely to fail. So remember, this is a serious business and you're working with people. So the way to succeed in this business is mamaster mo kung paano yung kanilang views, values, and attitude. Ayan. So it's up to you kung anong generation gusto mo mag-focus. The more specific your target audience is, the better. Para meron kang certain focus and mamaster mo yung skills on approaching them. Okay. So, start muna tayo sa Generation X. I'll discuss muna siya before I go to the next generation. Generation X, again, these are people between 40 to 55 years old as of this year, 2020. So, ito yung mga tao na mahilig sila sa email. Ayan. Bakit? Kasi nung panahon nila, ang mode naman talaga ng electronic correspondence is via email. Ayan. So, they're more on written. Ayan. So, for them, if you want to reach them, okay sila dito. Second, calls. Ayan. Gusto nila yung tawag. So, ito naman talaga yung trend noon. Ano? Now, sa communication skills naman, they're more on hub and spoke. So, very straightforward sila. Diretso lang. What they think, they tell you. So, kung makikipag-usap ka sa kanila, better be straightforward too. Ayaw nila ng paligoy-ligoy pa. Yan. In terms of changing a role or a job, para sa kanila, this is necessary for growth. They really accept that. Open sila dito. So, if you are going to offer them, example, yung business natin sa Forever, and you're able to prove it to them, they will accept it. In terms of financial values naman, they have a medium long-term goal. Ayan, in savings. They're a credit savvy, expert sila dyan. And for them, it's just a life stage that it's just part of their life na kailangan nilang mangutang to purchase something or to invest in something. So, uso talaga yan kasi back in the days talaga, for you to be able to make a big purchase or to do an investment, kailangan mong mag-utang sa bank or must be a credit card, ayan. Now, sa purchase influence naman nila, or kung paano sila na-impluwensyahan na mapabili to purchase a product is through experts. So, they're very open to brand switching, which is good. Kunyari, may ginagamit sila ngayong certain vitamins or certain skincare product or food supplement, pwede mo silang ma-shift to Forever as long as you provide facts. So, they're more on experts. So, the great thing is that we have a website wherein meron tayo do mga brand experts and comments from researchers. Ayan. So, pwede mo yun isend sa kanila. And nandun din yung talagang media information that you can send them. We also have videos sa YouTube. Yan, nagsasalita yung mga experts natin. So, make sure you follow yung ating Vimeo and YouTube channel, Forever Living Products International. And you can send it to them. So, example, kunyari magdi-discuss ka ng Arctic Sea, dapat mabanggit mo na backed up siya ni Dr. John Dienberg. Ayan. So, it builds the credibility and they're more likely to switch brand. In terms naman sa pagde-decide or decision-making nila, They have a team included. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Normally, hindi sila nagde-decide right away for themselves. Normally, somebody uh, with the team or family members or a certain close group, nagde-decide sila all together. And sa learning style naman nila, they're very independent. They most likely to want to take their time. Gusto nila yung nagbabasa sila on their own free time. They don't want to be pressured na dapat ngayon. Ayan. So, they have their own ways to learn. And they're more likely to be, yun nga, sa sarili lang nila. Now, punta naman tayo sa Generation Y or Millennials. So, ang millennials, mahilig yan sa Facebook or Instagram. Madalas silang nandyan. Kaya napansin nyo ngayon, maraming millennials na nasa Facebook or Instagram. So, bago natin makalimutan, they are between 25 to 39 years old as of this year, 2020. Communication skills naman nila, they're more on collaborative. So, they like discussing. Pag nakikipag-usap sila sa'yo, you discuss the business or the products, ayan, normally gusto nila back and forth, kwentuhan kayo, they ask some questions, and then sometimes they also ask probably an opinion of others. Ayan, so, ganun sila. And sa job changing naman or changing a role, for them, it's just part of their daily routine. Kaya mapansin mo, most of the millennials, they're very, parang all around sila. They're a jack of all trades. Kasi they accept na they can change and they can learn other stuff too. Which is good as a business partner kasi they're willing to learn new things. Yan. In terms of financial values, they have short-term wants, they're credit independent, and their lifestyle debt. So, millennials kasi, they're more on pressured by peers or what's in social media. So, mabilis silang magkagusto sa isang product. They know that they'll feel good about it or they look good. So, they're very dependent sa credit cards, sa mga loans. Ayan. So, they really go in debt para lang to have a lifestyle. Their purchase influence naman, in general, they have no brand loyalty. Simply because kung ano yung sabihin ng peers nila, so more on peer pressure, they go with the flow. Kaya here, if you're going to offer the product, make sure na gamitin nila kaagad and build that confidence in them. So make sure that they use it consistently. And kailangan talaga meron kang proof. And kung makapagbigay ka ng proof about sa business, yung mga matatagal na sa negosyo, ayan, you're most likely to keep them loyal. Sa decision making naman nila, team decided. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Since nga, mabilis silang mag-go with the flow or sa peer pressure, the people around them, normally kung ano yung dinecide ng anong mga close group nila, yun na rin yung decision nila. Yan. So, very important dito pag kinakausap mo sila na maggamit ka ng third party like, yung friend nga natin dati, kung kakalala mo siya, no? Yung friend nga natin dati, right now, ginagamit niya na itong product and talaga nagandahan siya dito. So, maganda yon gumagamit ka ng third party. And you know what? Most of the people right now, they use this aloe vera product. Ayan. So, more on third party yung approach natin to help them decide on their own. Learning style naman, they're very collaborative and networked. So, they really love yung mga group sessions. Yan. So, yung mga discussions. They like to shout their opinions and suggestions. Okay yan. Kasi nga, they work in a group. So, move on naman tayo sa Generation Z or yung mga youngsters, no? So, they're more on videos. Kaya, makikita mo sila, madalas sila nasa YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. And these are only short videos kasi yung attention span nila napaka-iksi lang. Communication skills nila, they're very electronic. So, they're electrosocial. That's why they build friends even online. Diba? Kaya marami tayong nakikita na mga bata, they have parang mga chat groups na, tapos may mga strangers silang nakikilala, basta they have the same interests, they're very friendly online. Because they're very highly connected. Palagi sila sa mga mobile nila or laptop or yung mga iPads nila. Ngayon, pag mag-offer tayo ng business opportunity sa kanila, which is very different from what they're doing, from their job, as long as it will improve their flexibility. Meaning, kung akma sa time nila, there will be more time freedom, yan, they are most likely to accept it. So here, you can stress more on yung time freedom and yung freedom to do it on the number of hours na gusto mo in a day, wala kang pressure, no boss, yan, they love that. Financial values naman, they make impulse purchases because they're more on their phones, on internet. These influence them a lot to make impulse purchases. Lalo na pag may napanood silang ganitong brand and it looks effective and then a lot of people has liked it, magandang feedback, ayan, they purchase kaagad. Kaya they don't notice yung kanilang financial situation and then they have lifelong debts. Purchase influence naman nila. They're really good in promoting a brand. Pag they really believe in a brand, talagang ikakwento nila. So, kunyari nagustuhan nila yung certain protein shake or yung certain skincare, ikakwento nila yan sa mga kaibigan nila, sa family nila, and they will even convince them to buy it. Kaya they're really good marketer too. Trends. Mahilig kasi sila sa online, so maraming trends ngayon na lumalabas. Yan. Normally, they purchase based on what's uso or what's in right now. In terms of decision making, they're very individualistic. They really decide on their own. What I want, I want. What I want, I get. Ganun sila. So, hindi sila na-influence kaagad ng ibang tao. Learning style naman, they love learning through their mobile phones. Pocket mobile, internet-based. Kasi it's very handy and dito na sila namulat. So, right now, it's an internet age for them. So, they really love to learn on this one. And they're very visual kasi. Yan. So, I hope you learned that. Next naman, going back to Generation X. Again, they're between 40 to 55 years old. Paano naman yung kanilang pag-use of technology? For them, simple lang. Pag walang technology, hindi sila makakapag-work. Yun ang feeling nila. So, for them, technology is work. Pag wala yon, they cannot do the business. Okay? So, dapat pag nag-present tayo sa mga ganito, dapat sabihin natin sa kanila na hindi lang naman tayo reliant sa technology. We can speak to people. Ayan. So, although right now, it's a online age, that's why it's very important na palagi may internet and may at least mobile to work on. Ang learning format naman ng Generation X, they're very spontaneous and interactive. So, very easy. Pag tinitrain mo naman sila, dapat there's always a training to keep them hooked or keep them interested and keep them learning. Kasi ganun sila sa workplace eh. Pag hindi sila natututo, they feel that they're not growing. So, dapat meron kang regular trainings on them for their growth. Ang training focus naman nila, they're very practical. So, for them, mas interested sila to learn kung ano yung mga practical uses ng product, kung ano yung benefits niya, paano siya gamitin. And then, meron bang mga case studies or meron ka bang proof or pictures ng mga before mong clients or mga business partners mo na nag-improve yung buhay nila because of the product and the business. Yan, i-share mo sa kanila yan. Gustong-gusto nila yan. And applications. Ideal leaders, they are a type of leader na coordination doers. So, maganda sa kanila, they know how to coordinate. And they really do. Pag sinabi nilang gagawin nila, gagawin nila. Now, in terms of performance feedback, gusto nila yung nakaka-receive sila ng performance feedback weekly or daily. Kasi sanay sila sa ganyan sa trabaho. So, dapat meron kang, when you handle them in a group, dapat palagi mo silang ina-uplift on a weekly or daily basis. Hey, you did a good job. Congratulations, may bago kang business partner. Congratulations, nakabenta ka ng ganito. So, small wins to big wins, you should celebrate with them. Leadership style naman nila, they're very much of a coach. So, it makes sense kasi they really like to read facts, yung knowledge, So, pag nagturo talaga sila, they're really very effective. Okay, move on naman tayo sa Generation Y or Millennials. Technology use nila unfathomable if not provided. Hindi nila ma-accept na walang technology. So, well, right now, hindi naman na problema yan because everything is based on technology or on the internet. Learning format nila, they are multi-sensory and individual. So, normally, these people, pag in-offeran mo sila ng produkto, they wanna feel it. If example, you're offering a tooth gel, dapat medyo ipa-taste mo sa kanila, ipaamoy mo, pakita mo. Kung nag-offer ka ng lotion, pa-feel mo sa kanila, bigyan mo sila, put it on their skin. Or pag nag-offer ka ng aloe vera gel, ipatikim mo, pakita mo din yung bottle. Mga demonstrations, these are really good for them. Now, training naman, continuous and expected. So, for them, alam na nila na pag nag-join ka kunyari ng business, meron ng trainings, part na yon. And dapat may consistent ka. So, it's advisable na meron kang weekly trainings for your team. Para nahuhook sila, keep them interested. Their training focus naman is more on emotional stories and participative. So, they really love na they get touch through their emotions. For example, pag nagkwento ka na about the business, pwede mong ikwento yung experience mo, how it changed your life, paano mo napasaya yung magulang mo, paano mo napasaya yung asawa mo, how did you feel when you first went up on stage as a manager. Ayan. So, paano ka pumayat? So, mga stories, mga real life stories. And gustong-gusto nila yon. You get their attention pag dun ka nagfo-focus. Ideal leaders naman, empowering collaborators. So, marunong silang mag-motivate kasi this is the era na full of motivational speakers. Na-open up na dito yung positivity world. So, they're really, really good as a collaborator. Teamwork, ayan. When they really learn the business or they know the product, they know how to make it big. Performance feedback naman, they want it on demand. So, ayaw nila yung mayat-maya. Sabi mo sa kanila, ganito, ganyan. They're okay. They're overwhelmed with that. So, normally, they will seek, how did I do? Yeah, so, it's okay to give them a feedback maybe once or twice in a month. So, that's good. And leadership style naman nila, partner. Kasi nga, collaborative sila, no? So, they're very helpful. Talagang they're the perfect business partner. Generation Z naman, technology use nila, lifelong use. So, nakakalakayahan na kasi nila yan eh. So, sanay na sila dyan. For them, internet is life. Learning format nila, student-centered, kinesthetic. So, since mga bata pa kasi to, they love to learn mga how-tos, yung mga step-by-step. And they also want to hold and do it. Ayan, they want to experience it. Tapos ang training naman, playing life. So, yun nga, they want practical kasi. They want to do it on their life. So, the more actual yung pagtuturo mo sa kanila, kunyari, paggamit mo na yung skincare sa kanila, that's good for them. Kasi the more that they experience it on their own, the more they get convinced about the product and also the business. Training focus nila, multimodal, e-learning interactive. So, they love to read. But most of them, some of them are readers. Some of them, they love to watch videos. Some of them, they want to learn by holding it, feeling the product, or doing it. So, napaka-flexible kasi nila. And more on e-learning sila, interactive. Kaya dito, maganda yung mga online trainings yan. Okay yun sa kanila. Ideal leaders, they are very inspiring co-creators. They're very creative kasi madami silang nababasa, madami silang napapanood. So, they have a lot of creative juices. So, just, welcome those suggestions. Kunyari, they wanna make this for their group na feeling nila effective. It's okay, go ahead, welcome that. Performance feedback, continuous social sonar. So, Generation Z, sanay sila sa affirmation from their friends, yung people around them. They feel good pag naririnig nila sa ibang tao. Yan, or the people close to them. And they feel affirmed by that as well. So, okay lang to. You can give them a feedback, appraise them once in a while. Tapos, if they did good for their group, sabihin mo rin sa kanila na, hey, you did well. Your group will follow you. Your group appreciates that. Yun. And sa leadership style naman, RSS protagonist. So, dito, more on kasi electronic sila. So, they just like to send information online. Or if there's a platform na, or website, so gusto nila na natututo sila online. So, they nurture yung kanilang team by sending online feeds. Yan. Kaya dito, promote mo na dapat na-like nila yung mga social media groups. So, the more information they have, i-forward lang nila yan. They're more on the techie side. Okay. So, now that you know somehow yung differences nila, you can now select, sino ba yung taong gusto kong makatrabaho? Well, common dito is, like for me, when I choose a certain market, gusto ko yung kapareho ko ng almost age group kasi nas nagkakaintindihan kami. It's easier to work with. So, I'm more inclined to working with millennials and Generation Z because I'm more on creative and I'm really into social media and I go with the flow of the trends in terms of social media. So, yan yung mga tao kung gusto kong makatrabaho. Ngayon, in these next slides, papakita ko sa inyo where your audience is watching, discovering, and buying in 2020. So, pag alam mo kasi kung nasa ang social media platform sila, you know where to put your ads. If you're gonna have a paid ads, dito mo i-promote and dito ka gumawa ng content. Dito ka mag-focus. Again, focus is very important. So, ang top platforms where your audience is, example, Generation Z, they spend most of the time watching YouTube, Instagram feed, Instagram stories, and Snapchat. So, napansin mo, mahilig sila manood. Millennials naman, they love YouTube, Facebook feed, and Facebook stories. Generation X, YouTube, Facebook feed, and Facebook stories. Baby boomers, mas matanda pa to sa 55 years old. They love YouTube and Facebook feed. Ngayon, generations, they follow brand on these platforms. Ang generation, start tayo sa Generation Z, ito yung mga bata. They love following the brands that they like sa Instagram. Because the pictures really look good, the visuals, the color, they love that. Millennials naman, since nasanay tayo sa Facebook, we go on Facebook. It's easier for us and we're more comfortable. And also yung Generation X, Facebook din. Now, if you want to discover new products, Generation Z, they love watching YouTube. Yung mga tutorials, yung mga bagong mga reviews, they love that. Millennials naman, we want to discover new products sa Facebook. Generation X, YouTube. Now, this is very, very, very essential. Where do people make purchase decisions? Everybody make purchase decisions in YouTube. Take for example me. When I'm gonna buy a thing or a gadget, I search it probably in Shopee or in Lazada online. And I look at the price. There are different price range. There are different reviews from the different sellers. But when I'm gonna make a purchase decision, I'm going to watch sa YouTube yung mga tutorials how to use it. Ano yung mga reviews, mga feedbacks ng mga naging users, maganda ba tong brand na to? Saan ba mas best mag-order? And then, after watching that video, I make a purchase back to the social platform. Kaya dapat, important na meron kang YouTube account. Or kung wala kang YouTube account, meron kang mga ready links or videos na pwede mong i-forward doon sa tao to make an informed decision. Normally kasi, when you offer a product, diba, hindi pa naman kagad sila nagde-decide. Or yung negosyo. So, you can send a video in YouTube. Normally, mga videos yan ng mga testimonials, mga stories, from zero to hero, or from bad health to good health, from unhealthy to fit. Yan. Maganda mga stories yan that you can forward to watch and then they can decide on themselves. Kasi, sa YouTube kasi, there are real stories, real feedback. So, this validates yung kanilang decision. Now, 60% of Gen Xers, ito yung mga youngsters, they prefer video when learning about a new brand or product. Kaya yung mga how-to videos, how to use it, yung mga reviews, they love this. Gen Xers 52% and Baby Boomers 72% said video was most helpful when making a purchase decision online. Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina. Alright, so now that you've learned on how to identify a certain generation, once you've chosen your niche, you focus on that. Huwag ka masyadong magbadali. Just focus on how to promote to them and how to get to them and how to talk to them. Remember, ang Forever Living Products, it's a people business. But trust me, it's worth it. If you learn and then you put into practice kung ano yung ginawa kong training today, definitely you're gonna master this. So, decide, select your audience, and master them. I hope you learned. Thank you so much. Please put this into massive action and you'll succeed in Forever Business. Thank you.